Hello. This will be my build for Omenak pure strategy on Ruthless. So first, why do I run this map, or on pure strategy specifically? It's kind of nice for XP, and if you do survival, then you can't level anybody aside from Summoner, obviously, if you're trying to armor farm. So you get XP, you get some good armor, and you can, the rewards are very nice as well. The mini mech and the other pets can be pretty solid. Alright, and I'll show stats for builders and whatnot at the end. So I'm doing Ruthless, starting on wave 22. Over here, you just do Ensnare Strength Drain up against that wall. And then this crystal, you're going to do a full stack with the electric. It's probably not 100% necessary, but I think it helps cleaning up the small mobs and whatnot. And then we switch to beams and do a 5 DU beam going across this way. And then now for the reflectors, basically all the reflectors are 1 DU, and the goal is to just have them like up into the wall as close as possible for these two. And then don't get them too close to the buff beam because you want to give yourself some space. And then the other one's going off just 1 DU this way. And then you're gonna have a little bit of a gap, like it's pretty much impossible to close this one all the way. That's alright, just try to get that one pretty close. And then for the 1 DU as well this way, just try to get it as close as you can, and it'll be fine. And then over here, just do tiny little buff beam for the auras, and there'll also be a trap here. And I upgrade while I'm here on the EV, just because save some time. Now for the traps, I do 2 spike traps, one on either side of the buff beam, because those will reach like past your minion walls that you do on either side here. And then a gas trap in the middle here up against the pillar. And then over here, I'm going to do a gas trap as well. I'm going to move this with a jester later to get it closer to that crystal. So it doesn't really matter where you place it initially. Okay, now I do the squire towers. So over on this far side of the buff beam, you're going to want to do 2 harpoons. One of them kind of facing like this way-ish. It could still turn and shoot that way a little bit, but its primary focus is that staircase. And then the other one is pretty much going to be full focus that way. Just help out. There's going to be a bunch of ogres coming from there. And then bowling ball. Actually, no, I stopped using the bowling ball here. I just do a mortar turret actually. So mortar turret facing that direction, so it can cover the main path and a little bit of like the djinns and the copters that float around there. And that's it for the countess. If you don't have a what's this guy, the hermit, then you can go ahead and put that bowling ball where I was talking about, but I replaced that with some more hermit stuff actually, so it's up to you. They both work out. Okay, now I do the wizard towers, and you're gonna want to do lightnings and deadly strikers. So the first deadly striker is facing that way. Just make sure it can hit like that staircase and cover this crystal pretty much. And then another deadly striker facing in this direction, and then 3 lightning towers. And then where's my, there we go, Mr. Hermit. So I do a golem and a seed bomb tower facing out this way. And then if you don't have the golem again, then obviously you can swap this stuff out. Or sorry, if you don't have the hermit, it's not 100% necessary. And then here, I do a 4D web wall coming out this way. And lastly, a 3D web wall just on the other side of this arch. And now, time to move that trap over there. There we go. And then here, one of the minion walls is going to be orcs, and the other will be ogres, just because it's pure strategy, so you kind of have to mix up your minions, you know? So over here I do 4 orcs, 2 mages behind, and an archer between them. And then over on this bridge, you're going to want to do 3 ogres. So for this one, it's kind of finicky. You don't want them to be on this bridge, so like as soon as you see them drop down, move in a little bit, and should be good to go. And then just space them out a little. Need more mana. And third one, there we go. And then on this pillar right here, this archer, don't forget this archer, this guy's actually real important. He blocks, basically there's a bunch of mechs that come down here, and you need this wall here to push them around to the other side. Otherwise they can slip through. Then you do a mage right here in the middle, and 2 spiders up top there. And that's it. And then for the alt characters, you're going to want a tower boost on Ruthless. If you're playing on Nightmare, you definitely don't need a tower boost. That's pretty optional. So for my extra characters, let me make sure they're, yeah. So you get 1 tower boost, and then you get a summoner with some guardians, and you put these guys on the mage towers. I'm rocking Huntress and Monk. I think those are the best, but you could probably get away with like an Apprentice Guardian or something in there too. And tower boost. And then so for this last slot, it's really whatever you want. You can kind of just level characters, which is the nice thing about this. So I got the Squire I'm trying to level, and I'm just going to plop him by the towers so that he's safe. Get some more XP. And we're looking good. And then I got the main upgrader on primary. Get this guy shooting his chickens. And we're good. Just try to get this buff beam upgraded ASAP, obviously. And 1 sec, I'm gonna have to turn the game down. Okay. I turned it down, or all the way down, but whatever. It's alright, I'll skip ahead. Basically the idea here, just make sure you got your tower boost going, and you upgrade your towers. What I like to do, this is pretty optional, but to get your tower booster in a better spot, you can do a little jump boost on the wheel. And then you can come over here on your monk, get on top of this ogre, and then you can get up on top of this little pillar right here actually. And I like to shoot here because you can get that bridge to your right, you can get that little ramp right in front of you. So I found that's a lot better for keeping the tower boost going. Alright, so something else I wanted to show was the chest route on this map. So first, make sure you get your tower boost going, and this guy is auto shooting. Again, if you're playing on Ruthless, it's really important that you don't drop the tower boost. So you start out, snag these guys, come up here on this railing, grab this, and if you want to do this on build phase, obviously it'll be a little easier, a little less hectic. Oh, an ultimate out of that chest, nice. It'll be less hectic, but that's kind of ideally if you can do it during the combat phase like this, then there's no downtime. Holy shit! And an ult 93 out of that chest. These guys are printing. Snag this one. And come around here. Again, normally the chests are not this lucky. I think it's... Oh my god, and an ult plus out of... Dude, what is this? Like the mobs? Okay, the mobs aren't dropping shit, but that's like... That's 3 ultimate drops or higher from those chests. It's kind of wild. So anyway, moral of the story, check your chests, boys. That's the route I take. And oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. If you can see right now on the far right side of the map, there's a bunch of djinns stuck over there. Those guys are a pain in the ass sometimes. So that's why if you don't have a second character you're trying to level, it's actually nice to leave a jester in here for wheels. And you can just go ahead and drop a damage all. And it speeds it up a lot. Or if you're at the end of the round and there's like 2 of them stuck out there, just go for a kill percent, obviously. That's pretty much it. So snag the chests, keep your tower boost up, and should be good to go. Alright, so as promised, here are the stats for the builders. So here's my apprentice. Here's the monk. I have my stats a bit more put more into damage than most people do for their auras. That's not entirely necessary. Just obviously that electric aura will be putting in a bit more work. Here's my squire. The beams. The minions. Same thing here, I have mine a bit more into damage than most people. The traps. And lastly, the Hermit Man, Mr. Hermit. And I also use, here's my summoner I use with the Guardians. His stats really don't matter. I mean, you want like decent HP. A little bit of flash heal helps if you ever use that, but low-key you don't need it if you're tower boosting. Just make sure you got your resistances maxed out, and you got, I use Huntress and Monk like I was saying. And then tower boost, should show him, he's at 6.3 with a chicken baller. You could definitely get away with less, like probably anything over 5k is chilling for your tower boost. That's pretty much it. I guess I could show off. Here's my adjuster. I just use this guy for upgrading. It's just all cast rate. So I hope the build helped. Best of luck out there farming the mechs and whatnot. And thanks for watching.